What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a slow flow yoga class. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into things. Like with all of these slow flow classes, I'm not gonna overlay music underneath so that you can listen to whatever music you prefer. I'm listening to Taylor Swift, Evermore, and Folklore. So if you wanna hop on that train, go ahead and do it. And we're gonna go ahead and get started in a child's pose. So if you wanna come to the back of your mat, that's where we'll begin. You can bring the big toes together, open your knees out nice and wide, and then start to reach your hips back towards your heels. Reach the arms out in front of you, and honestly, I'm gonna use a bolster. If you've got props, go ahead and bring them in. I'm gonna use my bolster, putting it right in between my legs, just so I have something to lay down onto for a little bit of support. And if it feels good, you can lay your head from one side, maybe to the other. Maybe you press your forehead down into your bolster, into your mat. And we'll just start to settle in. With every inhale, maybe you let yourself sink a little bit deeper into the pose. And take note of your breathing, the lengths of your inhales, the lengths of your exhales. Can you try to even them out? Perhaps you take this moment to set an intention for yourself for this class. It can be whatever you want it to be. There are no right answers. If your head is turned to one side, go ahead and change the direction. Let's take one more deep breath here. And when you're feeling ready, you can walk your hands in, press yourself up. If you've got a bolster underneath you, go ahead and take that out of the way. We'll lift ourselves up so we come into a tabletop position so that your shoulders are right over your wrists, your hips are right over your knees, tops of your feet pressed down into the mat, and just take a moment. Do any movement that feels right in this moment. Maybe you circle a little bit through the ankles. Sometimes being in a child's pose that long can be a little tricky. Good. When you're ready, we're going to take an inhale to dip the belly down, open up the chest, draw the shoulder blades together, finding our cow pose. We'll exhale to push into the heels of the hands, curve the spine up. Think about drawing the shoulder blades apart, looking to the tops of your legs. Good. We'll do two more like that. Inhaling to dip down, open up the chest. We'll exhale to push into the heels of the hands, curve the spine up, look back to the tops of the legs. Good, one more time. We inhale, dip the belly down, draw the shoulder blades together, open up the chest. Exhale, push into the hands, press yourself up. Good, and once you're ready to come back into that neutral tabletop position, we're just gonna take some stretches through the wrists. You can spread your fingertips nice and wide. We're just gonna shift weight backwards and forwards. When you're ready, you can change the positioning of your hands. Let's flip the fingertips out towards the edges of the mat. Shift your weight from side to side. Putting some pressure into the knuckles, maybe into the fingertips. Just finding the point that you feel a stretch and you feel a release in your own body. Fun part about yoga is there are no right answers. Whatever you feel is how you feel, and it's completely right. Good. When you're ready, again, we'll flip the hands. We'll turn both hands towards us and just rock weight backwards. Rock it forward. If that's too intense, you can do one hand at a time. That's totally fine. Good. We'll go ahead and bring things in. You can come in one hand at a time. When you're ready, we'll take an inhale to open the right arm out towards the right side of the room. We'll take a big exhale. Send that right arm through so we come down onto the right shoulder, the right ear. Hips will stay right over the knees. And if it feels good in your body, you can take your left hand, walk your left hand forward so you get a different stretch in your chest and in your shoulder. You can also take a half wrap, reaching back and behind, reaching for the top of that right leg if that feels good. Take one more deep breath here. And when you're ready, we'll press ourselves up out of this pose. We're placing the right hand back down on your mat. And just take a moment to rock your hips from side to side, releasing any tension that you maybe feel. Once you're ready, we'll take thread the needle on the left side, inhaling to open the left arm out towards the left side of the room. We'll exhale to thread that left arm back behind the right, coming down onto the left shoulder or the left ear, trying to keep your hips right above the knees. If you want to walk your right hand forward, you're welcome to do that. Maybe take the right hand, walk it back behind you, reaching for the top of the left leg. Just find a point that's comfortable and you feel a stretch. It doesn't have to be super far. I always like to remind people yoga is not necessarily about how flexible you are. It's just about finding the point that you feel tension release in your body. And we'll take one more deep breath right here. And then once you're ready, take the right hand in. You're going to press yourself up out of that, placing the left hand back down on your mat. We'll take a moment to rock the knees from side to side. Or rock the hips from side to side. I can't even think of what body parts these are. When you're ready, we'll start to walk our hands forward towards the front edge of your mat for puppy pose. Once you get to a point that you feel comfortable, we'll start to press the chest down towards the mat. Now this is one I need a little bit of support underneath me. It's a little too intense for me. So I'm going to slide my bolster underneath my chest just for some support. And then also I'm going to grab a block and I need help. So you want to try and keep the hips over the knees in puppy pose. It's challenging to do while pressing your upper body down into the mat. So find a position that's comfortable for you. And if you have to prop yourself up, prop yourself up. We'll take one more deep breath right here. And then I want you to slide yourself all the way forward so you lay down belly first on the mat. Your hands can come right underneath you. We'll tuck the elbows in nice and tight to our rib cage. Press the tops of your feet down into your mat and we'll exhale to press ourselves up and away, opening up the chest. Good. We'll inhale, pull right back down. Take a moment down at the bottom. Exhale, we'll press ourselves up. Inhale, we take it right back down. Good, let's do one more. Exhale to press up. Inhale, we come down. Good. On your next exhale, we'll press ourselves all the way up. So we come into our full Cobra. Only come up as high as is comfortable for you. And then we'll take our gaze over our right shoulder. We'll inhale, come through center. And then come over the left shoulder. Good. Come back through center and then bring yourself all the way back down. We'll do that 2 more times. Big exhale to press yourself up. Maybe you lift the elbows off of the mat if that's comfortable for you. If it's not so comfortable, don't do it. Inhale, take your gaze over the right shoulder. Exhale through center. Inhale over to the left. Okay, come back through center, lower everything down. And on your next inhale, I want you to take your right arm. We're going to bring the right arm out towards our side. So it's kind of in a goalpost position, elbow in line with the shoulder. 90-degree bend at the elbow. We'll take our left hand. You're going to use your left hand to press yourself onto your right side. So we get a stretch through our pec. You'll feel it in your shoulder and in your chest, which is good. That's where we want it. You can just kind of lay down onto your mat, find a point that's comfortable. We'll take one more deep breath here. And once you're ready, we'll roll ourselves back over onto our belly. We'll take the right arm in. Your hands are going to come underneath you. And we'll take the right leg. We'll pretty much do that same stretch we did through the right arm now with the leg for a half frog. I'm going to use a block to prop my knee up a little bit or prop my hip up. But your right knee is going to come out in line with your hip, 90-degree bend at the knee, if that feels okay. I'm going to try and slide a block underneath my hip and see if that feels a little bit better. Nope, it doesn't. Okay, so that right leg is out beside you. It's how a lot of us sleep, but we want to feel a little bit of a stretch through the hip and through the inner thigh, but wherever you feel this is totally fine. Half frog is a nice gentle one. Full frog is a little crazy. So we'll hang out here first. We'll take one more deep breath right here. And when you're ready to come on out of this one, all we're going to do is slide that right leg back. We'll do the same 2 stretches over on the other side, starting with the left arm. We'll take the left arm so it comes out by our side. Right hand's going to help us to roll over on to our left side. Left ear will come down. Just find a point that's comfortable for you and we'll hang out there. We'll take one more deep breath here. And once you're ready to press yourself up, we'll just roll back over onto our belly. We'll take that same half frog now on the left side. Left leg is going to come out to your side, so your knee comes out in line with your hip, 90-degree bend at the knee. And you can just rest your head down onto your hands. We'll take one more deep breath here. And once you're ready, go ahead and press yourself up out of this. We'll slide the left leg in. We'll press ourselves up, and now we'll go into our full frog pose. So we're gonna walk the knees out just about as wide as the mat. And then you can start to press your hips. Press your hips down towards your mat. Arms can come right out in front of you. This is a good one if you've got blocks. You can prop yourself up. Make it a little bit less intense on the inner thigh, but still really nice stretch in the hips. And then you can just lower your chest down to your mat. I'm gonna prop my chest up a little bit. Don't mind me, all the props. And we'll just hang out here a little bit. If you don't have props, sometimes frog can get a little bit intense, so you're welcome to come in and out of it. Just, do what's gonna work best in your body. I can give you as many suggestions as I can, but only you know what's gonna work. We'll take one more deep breath here. And once you're ready to come on up, you can press yourself up. If you've got a lot of props, just kind of maneuver around them. Easiest way I think to get up out of that is press up onto your hands and then pull the knees in so you're in more of a tabletop position. And then you can just slide the blocks out from underneath you. I'm gonna move my thing off to the side. From here, we're gonna come over onto the right side of our body. Your legs can tuck in towards you. Stack your hips, stack your knees, stack your feet. And you'll lay all the way down onto your right arm. We'll reach that left arm up over the shoulder. We'll take an inhale just to tap the left fingertips down towards our mat. We'll exhale, we open that left arm back up. Good. We'll inhale, tap the fingertips down. We'll exhale, take it up. Let's do 2 more like that. Good. With that last one, everything is going to come in. We'll roll over onto our back. We're going to take a supported bridge. I know we did this in our flow last week. Feet are going to come down to your mat about hips distance apart. If you've got a block, awesome. If you don't have a block, just put a pillow underneath your butt. We'll take an exhale, push into the heels, lift the hips. Now I'm going to put my block right underneath my sacrum on the high, or I guess on the mid-level. And just let that block support you a little bit. Hands can come down by your sides and we'll just kind of rest into it. We'll take one more deep breath here. And once you're ready, we'll lift the hips. You can slide your block out from underneath you. Lower your hips down to the mat. And just take a second, hug your knees into your chest. Rock the hips from side to side. Nice deep breath. When you're ready, we're just gonna roll right over onto our left side. So the left hip comes down. Sorry, you're gonna have to look at my butt. I just don't wanna swing things around. I'm too comfortable. Lay down onto your left arm, bicep to the ear, and we'll inhale to reach that right arm up over the shoulder. Inhale, tap the fingertips down to your mat. Exhale, we'll open. We'll do 3 more. Last one. You can take everything in. From here, we'll just roll over back onto our back. Ooh. We'll take a second here. Put both of your legs out in front of you, and I want you to take an inhale, bend the right knee in. We'll take a half happy baby. Now you can reach for the inside of your foot, reach for the arch and bend your knee. Pull your knee out towards your shoulder. You can hook your fingers around your big toe if you want to do that. I kind of like grabbing for the arch. We'll take 2 more deep breaths here. And I want you to release the right leg. You'll take your right arm out beside you. Left hand's going to come to the outside of the right knee and just twist that right leg over. Looking over the right fingertips. We'll take 1 more deep breath here, and then we can gently take that right leg back up through center, slide it out in front of you. We'll take an inhale to bend the left knee. You can reach for the arch. That's what I did on the other side, so we'll do that here too. Reach for the arch of your foot and just pull your knee out towards your shoulder. We won't hold here for very long. It's just going to be 2 more breaths. Then we'll release the grip on the left foot, take the right hand to the outside of the left knee, left arm coming out beside you. We'll twist that left knee over towards the right, bringing our gaze over the left fingertips. We'll take 2 more deep breaths right here. And then when you're ready, just take that left leg back up through center. You can ditch the block, slide that left leg out, and we'll come into our final resting pose. I'm going to grab onto my bolster for support at Savasana. But lay down however it's comfortable for you. I like this one to open up the back. Legs can come out nice and long in front of you. You can flip the palms up or down. It's up to you. And just start to settle in here. Maybe closing the eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Start to bring some awareness back to your breathing. Noticing the lengths of your inhales, the lengths of your exhales. Maybe bring yourself back to your intention that you set for this class. And once you're ready, we'll start to put a little bit of movement back into the body, wiggling through the fingers, wiggling through the toes. When you're ready, we'll roll ourselves onto our right side. I'm just about ready for bed. Oh my gosh, roll yourself onto your right side. You can gently press yourself up so you come into a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. You are so wonderful. You're so awesome. You can do anything you put your mind to, and I'll see you guys in our next video.
I just can't resist you. You got me drinking love.